Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, The Dark Day of the Lord. The Dark Day of the Lord. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal, Yumla, Allahayanawa, Abanawa, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. And, something that's on my spirit. And as the title reads, The Dark Day of the Lord. The scripture tells you that the day cometh that it burn like an oven. This is going to be the final plague. See, in the time of Noah, the Lord, he used water for judgment. He flooded the earth. He used water. This time, in this second judgment, he gonna use fire. He gonna use fire. Throughout parts of this world, and ultimately to this place, the U.S., Babylon. I can tell you the destruction that's coming in that Revelation, the 18th chapter. And, all these things that are going on around the world. The Lord told you that he was going to stir up jealousy like a man of war. Now, in the headlines, we see the whole situation with Russia and Ukraine. And, Donald Trump, he told you, President Donald Trump told you that he can make that cease, that whole war between Russia and Ukraine. He can make that cease in 24 hours. See? That was one big giant lie. That was one big long wall full of lies. He lied to you. Because, he keeps telling you that there's peace talks, ceasefire agreements, that's on the table and it's getting better. But just last night, Russia sent another airstrike. They sent another airstrike after they said it was going to be a 3-day ceasefire, but they sent another airstrike, the deadliest, I think, since the war first started over there in Ukraine. And Russia and Ukraine, they have been warring. They've been at war for over 1,100 days. See? Then you turn around and you look at the situation over there with the Israelis and with Iran. They just had that port explosion over there in Iran, which 42 people. Quote me if I'm wrong. I think it was 28 people that got killed, but 800 people were injured. You see? Then you have this whole tariff, situation with, Washington. The U.S. is just, Trump told you that he's coming to tax and tariff, all you countries, all you other countries. So this is the Lord who's stirring the pot. This is the Lord who's stirring the pot, and this is ultimately, this is going to lead to World War III, because it ain't gonna be no peace. It will not be no peace until the Lord comes back and restores his people in their rightful land over there in Jerusalem, Israel. Period. And we know before World War III happens, the RFID, the micro C-hip, has to take place. Without that RFID micro C-hip coming through, which is spoken about in Revelation, the 13th chapter, where no man can buy or sell, because we see the evidence is overwhelming, and the American dollar bill is it's on the ropes. It ain't got one leg to stand on right now. It's out of here. We're moving towards the digital dollar. This is without a question. Without a question. See? And you know, them missiles is coming, man. The missiles is coming. Let me go here. Call halal, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. And this will be straight to the point. See, right now, the Lord, you know, this is why you're supposed to be getting prepared, man. Because you want to be delivered out of this. The Lord is he's giving his people all the time to seek him. He's leaving no excuse, because he going to use fire. And it tells you the fervent heat. It melts concrete. It melts steel. That heat, when the missiles hit, it's going to melt everything. See? You don't want to be on the ground when the missiles hit. They coming. What is that? Joel. Let me go here. This will be straight to the point. Joel. This is why you got to be praying day and night, seeking the Lord with everything you got. All of this stuff out here, this is sewage out here, man. You better be trying to get right with the Lord, because he's not playing, man. He's not playing. This is coming. Call halal, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. It says Joel 2:3. I'm going to read a few and I'll close out, just due to time consumed, straight to the point. Joel 2:3, and it reads, it says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden, before them and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. See, this is describing the missiles, man. See, on how they coming, and the apostles, the prophets, you know, Daniel, John, Isaiah, Joel, they all had this. They had the same vision. It says, and nothing shall escape them. It says, it says the appearance. This is describing those ICBM missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. And as horsemen, so shall they run. See? So shall they run. And we know that horse is talking about that power, that speed. And we know, you know, the top fastest, powerful ICBM missiles that they got right now. Russia with that SR-28. Russia has that SR-28, known as that Satan II. That's you know, one of the top, if not the top fastest ICBM missile in the world. And then we know the U.S. also has that Minuteman III, um, and they're just a couple out there, man. Them missiles are going to be used. Those missiles are part of the Lord's the weapons of His indignation. See, and this is the Lord who's going to do this, man. He's going to make this happen because He told you it's His determination to gather the nations down there in the valley, the nation's military. The nation's military's down there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, YAHAWAH, the valley of judgment. It's His determination to gather them down there, and they gonna fight, and He gonna come back with innumerable amount of angels in the midst of that, and He's gonna destroy them. But we know ultimately them missiles, them ICBMs, they're gonna hit this place, the U.S. He said He's gonna destroy this place in 1 hour. 200 million missiles are going to hit this place. You don't have the defense system. That Iron Dome that Donald Trump is talking about, that ain't going to work. See? But the missiles is coming. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. It says 5, it says, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. And the Lord tell you too, He forms a light and creates darkness. He makes peace and creates evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And it tell you in Isaiah too about the Lord creating the Smiths, those German scientists, that make the weapons. He's put it in their minds to create those weapons, man. All of that, all the nation's armies, the missiles, the tanks, all of that. That's all a part of the Lord's army, the weapons of His indignation. See? It says 6, it says, before their face the people shall be much pained. It says all faces shall gather blackness. 7, it says they shall run. I just told you about that SR-28. Known as that Satan II, the ICBM missile. Is the fastest ICBM missile, if not next to the U.S. Babylon. That Minuteman III. And what's the other one? The Avangard. And then China got another one too. These are the top fastest intercontinental ballistic missiles in the world. Powerful. They're gonna turn. The missiles are gonna turn this place into fish food. Huh? They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Them angels are going to guide those missiles to hit the targets where they need to. See? And the Lord told you He coming like a thief in the night. You're not going to know when the missiles are shot off. See? And to tell you in Scripture that the elect, the righteous, shall scarcely be, that's going to make it. Because in the midst of that, the elect is going to be beamed up into them chariots, what Esau calls the UFOs, the UAPs. That's why I tell you they shall be amazed at the strangeness, at the deliverance of the elect out of the Lord's people. That's the only way you're going to be able to make it out of this, to get beamed up. Because when they hit, the missiles hit, it's gonna spread. It just like in that Terminator movie. It just melts your skin. See, it's gonna melt everything once that wave, that wave hit. Once that ICBM hit, that heat, it's just gonna melt everything. See, it says, and they shall not break their rank. Them angels are gonna guide those missiles to where the targets where they're supposed to hit. This place is gonna be done. It's gonna be an altar. It's gonna burn. There ain't gonna be nothing left here, man, except desert creatures. And then you read down, or I'll close out with this. It says, because when they hit, what it say? I'll close out with this 10. It says, the earth shall quake. See, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Shalom.